Hey, how's it going? John from Branson Cerakote here. When I was out at SHOT Show, I took a pair of shoes out there that I had Cerakoted, and I got a lot of comments on them, and people couldn't believe they were Cerakoted, and I've gotten a lot of comments since then just from the picture I put in from the SHOT Show video. So what we're going to do today is just kind of show you how I did that. I've got another pair of Reeboks. These are kind of my everyday run around shoes. And we're going to do a little bit of stenciling and some other stuff on them. So all I've really done to prep these is run them through the washing machine, let them dry really good, and we're ready to go. We're going to do the sea sponge method on these to give them kind of that mottled look and some darker camo colors. So we'll get these hung up in the booth, get some coating mixed up, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we've got our Noveski mixed up in the spray gun. I had a little bit of black to it just to darken it up some. And what we're going to do with these shoes is exactly like you would do anything else, just a solid base coat. Let it air cure for about 8 minutes, and then they'll go in the oven for about 10 minutes at 150. Something else to keep in mind, don't forget to do the shoelaces so that everything matches. And also that when you do put them in the oven, at the end you'll see, I actually take them off the hooks so that those hooks don't heat up, and I just lay them on a piece of plywood with some parchment paper on the shelf in the oven. So just little things like that that you got to think through so that you don't end up burning the nylon and you know, roaching out your shoes. These have rubber soles, canvas sides or kind of nylon sides, and leather pieces on the toes and on the heel and everything. So all of this coat's exactly the same way. It's not a big deal. You don't need to rough it up. You don't need to do anything, you know, sanding or anything weird like that. You just make sure they're good and clean, degreased. You know, like I said, just run it through the washing machine and then just spray it like you would a normal project. So the only real difference is it's 150 instead of 180 or 300. So we'll get the booth fired up and get these coated. All right, so now what we're going to do is just take our little piece of sea sponge and a little bit of copper brown, and we're just going to dab all over that to break up the outline. So do that real quick. All right, so we're ready to put some graphite black on those shoes, and what we're basically going to do is just kind of A-tax over what we already have. One thing I am going to do is we have this new Gladiator Stencil, and I need to do the R&D on it anyway, so I'm going to put one of those on each side. So we'll get that taken care of, and then we'll be ready to pop them in the oven for another 8 minutes, get them tacked out, and then I'm just going to do some more sponging with some stone gray to finish them off, and then we'll pop them in there baking for the hour. So be right back. Alright, so our last step is going to be to just take our sea sponge and blot a little bit of stone gray on them, just to kind of give it a little more contrast and another kind of area of depth, I guess. After that, they'll just go in the oven, they'll bake for an hour at 150, and they'll be finished. So we'll have some pictures at the end of the video of how they turned out. Hopefully it turns out pretty decent. And as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And hit us up at BransonCerakote.com for all your stencil needs. Thanks a lot.